What is up, guys? In today's video we have another inside the mine style video where I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think of Fortnite's Iron Man update, because this is the first of the series that I've making since the Iron Man update has been out. I know that is a very impactful update for a lot of players. I know a lot of people are not a fan of the Iron Man gloves. Myself, you know, kind of obvious to expect that I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's a pretty effective item while not requiring much of the user because it does lock on. So it's like a very, I wouldn't say it's the most difficult thing to play against, but it's an item that if you're playing against it and not using it, you have very little room for error because they're not going to miss. So you have to hit every single shot fighting them. Gonna go get the Iron Man chest here, or the Avengers chest, sorry. I like landing at that building in Reckless still, and then I will jump to this building if I get decent fighting loot. Sometimes there's just way too many people that land on this building because there is double Avenger chest here that I feel like it isn't necessarily worth landing on. Like, obviously I want to take advantage of that and not allow somebody to just get a jetpack and leave with it, but I don't like landing on it. Pump. We also did get the new aim assist update this week, which, to be honest, for me, doesn't really impact the game too much. This guy has a jetpack. That is something that will impact the game. Fighting versus a jetpack user when you don't have one is always a rough fight, but if this guy is down to fight me in the building, make things a lot better for me. He does have EMP grenades, so I gotta be careful of that. He threw one. He might not know that I have this wall broken here. Probably does now. He opened a door under me. He used all his gatekeeper shots. Okay, nice. That was a messy fight. But once I knew he used all his gatekeeper shots and didn't get that much damage on me, I thought that was for sure going to be a fight I win. I was hoping to catch him in the building underneath me. Like, he went under there, so I wanted to just, like, jump out and then, like, block that doorway and keep him in there. That way he can't just, like, escape with the jetpack. Like, if we're fighting him in that building, we basically nullify his advantage he has from having a jetpack, you know? One of the things that changed with this update is the addition of, like, the armories that land on the map. There's the War Machine ones and the Iron Man ones. And if you are in desperate need of a jetpack, going to one of those can solve that problem. But it's like kind of weird because it's not like they spawn that early on in the game, you know? Like, you still have to wait for them to spawn and get there as they do. I want to check the other Marvel chests in this area and then go for Castle Doom and get the Siphon medallion. Not too fond of the thermal on this striker arrow, but I want to use the striker arrow, so we'll just put up with it for now. But the like higher zoom of the thermal on this gun always makes my sensitivity feel like too low to actually counteract recoil. I'm looking for Shiri claws. That's what I want. I'd rather have those over shockwaves. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen though. And then the Iron Man boots are also a solid mobility item now that those were added, but I'm not the biggest fan of them because if your enemy shoots you, it disengages it. And it's like it's more of like a traveling around the map mobility item than a fighting mobility item. And when you have like a traveling mobility item that just like your opponents shoot you and then it no longer works, I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of it. So I'm not the biggest fan of that item at all. Like, obviously I'd rather have it than no mobility. These are likely drones. I'd rather have it than no mobility at all, but it's not something I really want to carry. Seems like nobody fought Castle Doom. We got a minute on zone, so I'm probably going to take some storm damage by doing this. But it's okay. So somebody's fighting him. Not sure if this person knows that I'm here or not. That wasn't the one that was fighting him, I don't think. I think that was also a guy third-partying it. Nice. One of the best things you can do, unfortunately, if someone's fighting a boss. We just got like very good timing there. This is a third party as well. Use these splashes to heal our white health. And then I'm actually going to take this other striker AR. It doesn't have a sight on it, but I would rather have a no sight striker AR than a thermal one. The thermal honestly didn't feel too bad to me this game, luckily, but most of the time I'd rather just not have that. So I'm going to go with the no sight one. But yeah, that was just like incredibly fortunate timing for me that guy like started fighting the boss a little bit before I got there. And then there was still like 3 or 4 other third parties. The final third party I ended up eliminating there was using the gatekeeper shotgun. So like one of the first players I fought, just like once he's out of ammo, it's such an easier fight. And I was just jetpacking high up. Not the easiest time for him to hit, especially when I'm like playing around that doorway the way I was. Like the top half of my character was pretty much always protected because of the way I was jetpacking. But he mostly just had my legs to shoot at. Someone eliminated Mysterio but didn't take the medallion. That's not too surprising. I'm gonna let my jetpack fuel regenerate. I kind of want to go to this Iron Man drop over here and like eliminate anybody trying to get it, just so I hopefully don't have to play against them later on. People could still get it from regular loot though. It's not like if you contest all these drops that you just like will never have to play against it. Jeez, that was awkward timing. I wanted to try to shoot him out of the sky to show it, but he was like, to show how me shooting him out of the sky just completely stuns him and like removes his mobility item from being relevant. But the timing was just like not that. Like he was closer than I expected him to be. I need to let my jetpack regen before I get involved in these fights. And then there's also like an animation when they land, which I feel like is also kind of like a detrimental aspect of that mobility item. These are often hotly contested though. Like if you're looking for like kills in the mid game, I feel like coming to these drops is one of the best like ways that you can just find people to fight. Okay, nice. I was wondering if opening it would like remove it from the map, so maybe more people don't see it later on and come for it. Weapon bunkers will be spawning soon. I'm gonna go over and check and see if this one's gonna spawn, but there is an enemy right in front of me over there. Pretty sure he knows I'm here. I do have a medallion, so obviously he's gonna have an idea that there's somebody here, but not exactly where I am. He's in this bush. I see part of him. With the new aim assist update, I feel like fighting around bushes as a controller player is a lot less scuffed, but I still only hit 1 shot there. Having scan medallion would be great right now. He's still in the bush. I just saw a piece of him a moment ago. 130. He's very weak. Nice. That was mostly just luck though. Like I saw a little piece of him and then was able to like start shooting him and then just kind of luckily predicted where he went from there. Like you saw the first time I only hit 1 shot and then I like mispredicted where he went. Like the aim assist isn't so strong enough that I'm just like knowing where he is in the bush or following him in the bush because of it, but it just doesn't feel like terrible to fight around the bushes anymore. Like I said, I feel like it was mostly just luck that I followed him or predicted his path more accurately the second time. Whereas the first time I didn't, and then we only hit him 1 time. Someone just dropped and picked up scan medallion over here. I'm guessing they're down here. We can blow his car up. He'll try to shoot at me because I'm shooting the car, though, I think. He'll, like, think he can get a free shot. So I kind of want to bait him into thinking I'm more focused on the car than I actually am. Nice. Get the scan real quick. Heal up. I just tried to like shock. I assumed he was playing this corner here, so I tried to put a shockwave there to knock him back deeper into this way. That way he can't shoot at me while I'm running down. And then just jetpack dash to behind him. Or to like attempt to jetpack dash to behind him after like once I get to that corner. And I think I did end up like behind him. That's been a way to clear bunkers for quite some time, I think. Like, I used to do it a lot with, like, the green water dashes, too. But the jetpack just makes it a bit easier because you can just do it at any time if you're kind of used to doing the jetpack dash, you know? If you're comfortable using the jetpack, then it's not hard to pull that off. That's why, I don't know, since, like, the beginning of this season, I've just been stressing so much in videos that people get used to this mobility item. I'm confused right now because okay, I was gonna say my medallion made a noise like it scanned somebody, but I just could not find them. Somebody just shot at me with that Iron Man uni beam and missed. Somebody swimming here. An AI. I just wanted to kill this guy quick and then get up top in hopes that the person who shot at me with the Iron Man uni beam would think that I took more time to fight and that he could third party it, but that time has passed. Like, fell down all the way and took longer to kill that guy. Island is spawning. I'm guessing that right there is the person with the Iron Man unibeam, which means he also has a glove. The unibeam is like an effect of the glove, so we know that that guy has them. Try to kill him real quick. Like I said at the start of the video, I feel like you just kind of have to be perfect versus him. No room for error. But if you hit your shots, like, I feel like the striker AR just kills so much faster than those gloves. It's just like the consistency of the glove that makes them so hard to deal with. Sitting over here. I do want to target this person though. Like, if I know somebody's using the Iron Man stuff, I would very much like to just get them out of the game. Drifted. Drifted again. I hit him like 130. He made the mistake of going for the uni beam attack. Like, the uni beam isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's like an all or nothing attack. And he didn't hit it. And it's like easier to dodge. Okay, that was the one with the glove. This is an AI. I know they were an AI from the fight that we had earlier, like that I saw earlier when I was like clicking down on them. Okay, yeah, that guy had them. That was the guy I was looking for. I feel like it's very hard. Like, people have asked me to make a video about how to beat those Iron Man gloves. I feel like it's very hard to make a video about that because it's just like, I don't even know. Like, it's just don't miss shots ever. Don't get caught off guard by it. Like, when I went to Island, I just wanted to play, not to like let him get first shot on me or anything like that, you know? But if you're fighting and getting third partied by those Iron Man gloves, it's gonna be rough. It's just a very difficult item to deal with. If I'm fighting them up close, I try to like get on them with my shotgun because I feel like the shotgun can like out damage them. But a lot of times I do end up just fighting them with ARs. 3 opponents remain. Very dead game at this point. Like how big the zone is for this amount of people. And from what I've been told, the uni beam does go through shield bubbles, but I feel like shield bubbles aren't even like the ideal thing to counter the Iron Man gauntlets anyways. Like the reason why I feel like the shield bubbles were such a good counter to the Captain America shield or the War Machine Arsenal or the Doom stuff earlier was mainly just because those are like not as much of a damage over time item, but more just like you throw out all the rockets or you throw the Doom ball or like, you know, you throw the shield. Like it hits and does its thing, whereas like the Iron Man gloves are just damage over time. So just like having blocking one attack isn't like the biggest deal. I want to like car fight this guy to the most I can. Okay, that fight didn't start great for me. He hit me with the uni beam and it does hit through cars as you saw, but the uni beam has a cooldown, so he's not going to be able to go right back to that. Beamed him as he got like close enough to me to do damage with like the regular attack of the gloves, and then just like car fight him from that point on. And he just didn't have a good angle on me and didn't really know what to do. I think he should have just tried to get in my car, maybe pickaxe me, or like start car fighting me. I guess that's one potential counter to the Iron Man gloves, is trying to like car fight them in situations like that. And if you guys were playing in season 1 of this chapter, you know how like big of a deal those car fights were, where you just kind of like get in and out of the car and throw out a shotgun shot each time. They can damage the car down with those gloves and eventually blow it up, but like hopefully in that amount of time that you've done enough damage to them to like win that fight for yourself. 1 player remains. They did eliminate somebody as I was fighting the Iron Man user. Do I get forecast now? One of these final zones are gonna be. Really gonna scan. It makes an audio cue when you scan somebody. That was why earlier I knew that it scanned somebody even though I couldn't like find them. Because it makes like a blink noise when it marks somebody. The biggest struggle is just finding the final player sometimes, I swear. It's also confusing to me because I imagine if he was in this area over here, I would have encountered him by now. So I'm guessing he's like somewhat by the raft, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But like we fought Island, we fought people over there. I came back through this area after fighting the last player I fought. Like I was kind of in this section so much that I feel like if he was also over here, I would have definitely encountered him. Most of the raft will be forced out of zone though, so that's good. There he is. This is an AI. GG's. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like. Subscribe if you like to see more. Comment down below what you think of the Iron Man update. We did end up fighting a few people using the Iron Man gauntlets, but like I touched on a few times, I feel like it's a hard item to give advice fighting because it is just an incredibly consistent DPS weapon. And that's what makes it such a threat. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this, give it a like. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.